Hello, and welcome to this episode of Snail Mail with Smokey. I'm Smokey. I hope that wherever you're at, you're having a fantastic day today. On today's program, I thought I would share with you the postcards that I've received through postcrossing.com, as well as friend swaps and a few surprises. So let's get right to it. We've got lots of material to cover today. And the first postcard that I received is this one. This comes from Akira, who lives in Japan, and they write that this postcard was purchased at the first post office in Japan, which was the Tokyo Central Post Office. So that is really exciting to receive a postcard that comes from there. And I really like the front of this postcard. I believe these red vehicles are mail trucks that are delivering mail, and then you see the post boxes that are scattered throughout the image. So a really nice image and a really nice postcard. And those are the stamps that came with it. So very nice. Thank you so much. Next is this beautiful postcard. This comes from Italy. I don't receive too many postcards from Italy, so I'm always happy when I get one, and such a wonderful image on there. And then there is the stamp. And from Italy, we go to the Netherlands. I really like this postcard. I love the mailbox there, the bright color against the brick. And this comes from Tony, who lives in the Netherlands. And so they just send me greetings from the Netherlands. So thank you so much for sending this. I really appreciate it. And then there is the stamp. Moving on, we go to this postcard. This comes from Russia. This is a Doctor Who postcard. So very excited to receive this postcard. It's also featuring my favorite Doctor of the series, who is played by Matt Smith. So just a wonderful postcard, and very happy to add it to my collection. And this comes from Lydia, who lives in St. Petersburg. And there are the beautiful stamps that Lydia has included. So Lydia, thank you so much, and I really appreciate it. This next postcard comes from Malaysia. And they say, greetings from Malaysia. They also say that there's lots of delicious food that you can eat in Malaysia. I'm very much a fan of delicious food. I really like these images, these gondolas here. I don't think that I could ride in one of these. I have a healthy respect for heights. Some might call it a fear of heights, and you would be correct. So I don't know if I could ride one of these, especially over a vast expanse like that. So let me know, have you ever been in something like that? Yeah, let me know. I don't know if I could do it. And if you have, how was the ride? Was it smooth? Was it bumpy? Did this thing jerk about? Yeah, let me know. But beautiful nonetheless. So thank you so much for that. And there is the stamp from the postcard. And then next we move to Germany. Just a beautiful image of the cathedral there in Germany. All lit up, and the fountain in front of it. This is a great addition to my Churches on Postcards collection. And so very pleased to get it. And I apologize that I cannot read the signature of the person who sent it. But thank you so much for doing that. And then there are the stamps. Also from Germany is this frog card. As you know, frogs is one of the things I collect. My wife and I collect blue frogs on our anniversary every year, so they kind of have a special meaning to me. So really nice to get this postcard. And they also included a matching frog sticker right there on the postcard. So that was very nice. And there are the stamps. So thank you for that. This next postcard is also from Germany. And it is a multi-view of this beautiful church. You have the outside view as well as the inside view. And indeed, it is very beautiful. This comes from Bridget in Germany. And Bridget has included these stamps. I had not seen this stamp before. I was a little disappointed that it was damaged in transit, but that's okay. Nevertheless, I think a really nice stamp. So, Bridget, thank you so much for that. One more card from Germany. Lots of Germany cards this time. And that's okay. Germany has some really beautiful places, some really historic places. So I'm always excited when I get a card from there and I learn a little bit more about Germany. So thank you so much, Kirsten in Germany, who has sent this. And then also included the recent Postcrossing stamp issued by Germany. So very excited to receive that. This next postcard, I'm not sure if that's a frog or a toad, but nonetheless, I really like it. So thank you so much for sending it. This comes from Victor, and Victor lives in Belarus. And so thank you so much. And then I want you to look at this stamp. This is a, well, that's quite the stamp. I really, really like this stamp. So I tried to learn some about it. It is a joint issue stamp between Belarus and Azerbaijan. It was issued on December 3rd, 2019. It is a large stamp. It measures 40 by 56 millimeters. So as you can see, it is a rather large stamp. And it is released in a series about folktales. Unfortunately, I haven't learned exactly what folktale that is. So if you know, leave me a comment. Let me know what that is. But I think a really beautiful stamp and was really pleased and excited to get it. The next postcard I received came in this envelope. And as you can tell, it came from Latvia. And this is the postcard. What a beautiful, beautiful postcard. And it says, hello there, I hope you're well. And then they mention that since I collect long neck animals, that this flamingo card is perfect. And you are correct. It's a beautiful card, and I really appreciate it. And then they have decorated the back of the card, and they've also sent me some stamps. And what I thought was very interesting is that they tell me that they're not a stamp collector, and so a lot of times when I get stamps, it's from one stamp collector, or I'll send stamps to someone on Postcrossing that I know collects stamps. But they say, hey, I don't collect stamps, but they do save stamps, and then they send them out to people who collect them. So I thought that was very generous of them. And I will show you these in another video. Coming up the first part next week, I'll put a video together because I have received several stamps over the last few days. So we will we'll do a video about that. and show you all of that. So thank you for that one. And then I want to show you something else. For the first time since I have been collecting postcards, participating in postcrossing, swapping with friends, something has happened to me that has not ever happened before. And that is, I have received 3 of the same postcard within about 10 days of each other. So it's a wonderful postcard, and I'll show you it just here in a second. But I thought I would group all 3 together and show you at the same time. So this is the postcard. This is the church at Avar. Excuse me if I didn't pronounce that right. Painted by none other than Vincent van Gogh, painted in June of 1896. The painting is now on display in Paris. And if you get a chance, there's a Vincent van Gogh website and lots of information online about Vincent van Gogh. Go read up on him. He is my favorite artist. And I really love his paintings, and I love the emotion that is in his paintings. And there's quite, although this seems like a simple painting, there's a church and a background. There really is lots of significance about this painting and why it's colored how it is. So go check that out. Interesting fact: Vincent van Gogh, as well as his brother, is buried in a town very close to this church. And so this church still exists, and so really excited to receive this postcard. This particular postcard, this comes from Vita, who watches the channel, and Vita lives in Pennsylvania, and so she has sent this postcard, and here are all the wonderful stamps that she has included along with the postcard. So thank you so much, Vita, for this. I really appreciate it. This was the first one that I received, and so super happy to get it, and it will make a great addition to my collection. So thank you. The second one I received, slightly different. This is the one Vita sent, and this is the second one. So this is the second postcard, and this postcard comes from Poland, and so very excited to receive it. And there are the beautiful stamps that have been included with it. So thank you so much for that. And then the third one came in this really neat envelope. It's a almost like a large glassine envelope is what I would call it, see-through. And let me show you, this is the postcard. This comes from Eva, and Eva lives in Germany and sends me this postcard. So thank you, Eva. Eva also sent me some stamps, and like I said, we'll take a look at those in a future video. Unfortunately, I don't know how many stamps she sent me because the envelope was open when I received it, and some stamps were trying to spill out. So hopefully they all made it. What she did send is wonderful, and I really, really appreciate it. So thank you, Eva, for that. Moving on, what I received next came in this this long plastic envelope, and I received 3 postcards, and they were all sent with one stamp. This is the first postcard. These all come from Australia, and I had sent a postcard. I believe that it is a brother and sister who live in Australia. I had sent them a postcard, and they sent me a message back and said that they would be happy to send me one as well. So I sent them my address, and was just blown away by what they sent me. The first one is this one, and it's a maxi card. They say it's about the creation of Australia as a nation, And so very beautiful card, and I really enjoy the stamp. And then the next postcard they sent me was this wonderful postcard of the inside of a church and the stained glass. And so another beautiful postcard. And then lastly, they sent me this postcard, Darth Vader. As you know, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I really like Darth Vader. I really like the Emperor as well. And so they sent me this one as well. So thank you all so very much. I really appreciate it. They also say they've watched my channel. So if you're watching, big thank you. And then they also included this envelope, which has stamps in it. And once again, we will look at these in a video next week. We'll get these stamps out, but they're really nice stamps. So thank you. So generous of you to send me 3 postcards. And on every postcard, they told me a little bit about the postcard or the history behind it. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. You're very generous, and thanks again. Moving on to swaps and surprises. This postcard comes from Lila, who lives in Maryland. And I just want to read what it says on the bottom of this postcard. It says, love notes from Marston. Marston is a young man with autism. Making art brings him great happiness, so please enjoy this creation that he has made with crayons, markers, paints, and glitter. So this young man has created the design for this postcard, and then they've made it into a postcard. And Lila says that she really likes supporting local artists and small businesses like this one. And she likes it when young people step out on their own and take the plunge to start a business venture. And so I sent Lila a message back, and I won't go into detail, but really, this postcard really touched me. The story of the young man that created it really touched me. Autism is something that is very close to me, and it's something that I haven't mentioned before on this channel, and I'll just leave it at that for now. But I was very moved to receive this postcard. So, Lila, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Moving on is this postcard. This comes from Jack. Jack is Jet Philatelics. There's a link to his channel in the video description. So please check Jack out. He sent 500 postcards for World Postcard Day. Just a crazy amount of work, and something that I don't think I could do. My hand would be cramping for days and weeks, but he did it, and he did it successfully. So Jack was in Florida at Disney World, and he thought of me, and he sent me this card. And it's a 3D card. I don't know if you can really see it on camera, but it's really neat. And there are the stamps. This reminds me of many years ago when our girls were young. We took them to Southern California, which is where my wife's from, and we went to Disneyland. And our youngest daughter was just so excited to see Mickey Mouse. She called him the man. She's like, "I've seen the man." And so this reminded me of that trip we took. So great memories, and thank you so much, Jack, for that. The next postcard is this. This is a beautiful vintage postcard. I really love the view. And this comes from Aaron, who lives in Colorado. And Aaron says, I wonder what the makers of this card would think if they knew it wouldn't be mailed until 2023. Yeah, I really gave that a thought too, Aaron. I really like it when I receive a vintage card. You wonder, what's it been doing all these years? It was made years ago. placed in probably a gift shop or a stationery shop or something like that, made for, you know, someone to buy right then and to mail off right then. And somehow so many of these have stood the test of time and not been mailed. And I think thanks to Postcrossing, these cards who maybe have been forgotten over the years are now getting to fulfill their purpose and getting to go through the postal system. So that's very exciting. So thank you. And there is the lovely Arnold Palmer stamp. So thank you so much. Next is this postcard. This is a really colorful postcard celebrating 2023 as the Year of the Rabbit, and according to the Chinese zodiac calendar, we just celebrated Chinese New Year last month, and so this comes from Linda in Georgia, and so Linda's always so kind with her comments on my channel, as well as her kind comments on the postcards that she sends me. So Linda, thank you so much for supporting the channel, and thank you for sending this postcard. And not only is it a Year of the Rabbit postcard, it is also a Year of the Rabbit stamp. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. And then there is this postcard. This comes from David. David lives, hang on just a second. David lives in San Francisco, and he sent me this wonderful postcard and says, Happy Lunar New Year, wishing you good health in the new year. So thank you, David. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best this year as well. And really like this card, but I tell you what I really like about it. There's the Lunar New Year stamp. I love the cancel, this postmark right here. I almost think that David went into the post office and had them hand cancel this. That's what it looks like, but very nice. So very excited to receive this. So David in San Francisco, thank you so much, and thanks for watching the channel. So we've got a few more. So I believe on the last video I did, I showed you one of these bags as well. I've only gotten a couple over the years, but this is another bag from the United States Postal Service. It says "We care" in big letters, and then it goes on to say, hey, we apologize. Your item has been damaged in the mail. Then they go on to tell you how many thousands and millions of pieces of mail they deliver every year, and that they do their best to make sure they get to you in one piece. But accidents, of course, do happen. As occurred with this piece of mail, and I won't tell you who it's from yet. We'll figure it out. But this is what came, and so this is the postcard. It's half a snail, and he's got packages on his back, and of course he's missing a pretty good chunk. But nonetheless, it looks like it was just a beautiful postcard. And then this is the back, very nicely decorated. Down here where the signature is, there is no signature. But if you've watched my channel, or perhaps another channel, it'll take you just a few seconds to realize who sent me this. There are clues all over it. The first clue is it comes from Great Britain. There's the British stamp. It is highly decorated. There is another clue. I've also really got to know this person's handwriting, but the big clue is right here, and that is with the B stamp. So this comes from Jilly B. Jilly B, living her life her way. There's also a link to her channel in the video description of this video. So please, when you're done watching this, go check out Jilly's great channel. She does lots of wonderful stuff, and I know that she would appreciate you watching, as well as subscribing to her channel. So I sent Jilly B a message saying I received it, and she sent this message on November 22nd, or excuse me, this postcard on November 22nd, and I just received it a couple days ago. So over 2 months, this thing's been wandering around somewhere. I just wonder what kind of story it would have to tell us. if it could talk. But nonetheless, thank you for that, Jilly. And interesting enough, before I received that postcard that was mailed on the 22nd of November, I received this postcard from Jilly that was mailed on the 12th of January. So this is a maxi card. It depicts the new Iron Maiden stamps that have come out. And so I know that Jilly B did a video on this, and she was really excited about this release. And there are some really nice stamps, very colorful. And there's a stamp there on the front, and then another stamp on the back, and very nicely decorated. Electric guitar, music notes, drumsticks, nice washi tape. So thank you so much, Jilly, for both postcards. I really appreciate it. All right, we're down to our last item, and it is this. This also comes from Great Britain. Really nice Tutankhamun stamp. If you'll notice, not canceled at all. So I don't know who missed the job there, but somebody forgot to cancel it. And a lovely note. This comes from Jonathan, and he has enclosed. He sent me 2 of these, and they are copies of flyers from the Royal Mail. And so he thought they would make a great addition to my British stamps and philatelic collection, and it does. And I really like these a lot. This appears to be a door knocker. I think that's what you call them, a door knocker. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, and I thought maybe you punched it out, but I guess you don't. But it says Posty, please stop here. Then it has the Royal Mail logo. I thought it was great that it says Posty. That's got to be a very British thing. And then the back of it gives you instructions. It says save time and money when you buy your Christmas postage online. And it tells you how you can go and buy your postage online, and then you can schedule your package to be picked up. And it talks about Christmas being made easier. And if you can't print a label, don't worry. They'll bring one to you when they pick up your package. So really excited to receive both of these. They will go in my my British album. So Jonathan, thank you so much for these. The United States Postal Service doesn't do too many things like this. I know around the holidays they put out some television commercials and things like that, talking about how you've got 2 weeks to mail your packages, or you've got 10 days, or whatever it is. But as far as these print advertisements, I don't see too many of them. So thank you again. I was really excited to have these. Well, it's been a lengthy video. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you for watching the channel. I will ask you that if you haven't done so yet, please consider subscribing to the channel. Every subscriber matters, and I really appreciate it. Also, leave me a comment below. Out of all of these postcards, stamps, things, what was your favorite this time? Let me know. And then one last thing. I want to thank you all for the tremendous response that I received from my last video that I just simply called The Box, where I shared with you the stamps that have just made their way to the box because they just don't really fit into my collection. And I offered to send those out free of charge to anybody who wanted them. I would send you a selection of stamps, 25 to 50 stamps. And so I was amazed by the response that I got. And so I have sent a couple batches of stamps out. I posted a picture of one of those on Instagram the other day. So if you've reached out, your stamps are on the way. I really hope you enjoy them when you get them and they find a new home with you. If you haven't seen the video, it's the one right before this entitled The Box. Go back and watch it. And if you're interested in receiving some stamps, leave me an email or send me a message on Instagram. Both of those links are in the description of this video. So that's it for this episode of Snail Mail with Smokey. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.